I've gotta come clean about something. When I started this 6 Portraits to Hugh Jackman project, I said that I've never met anybody famous, but that's not entirely true because the person that I just photographed, I've actually met once before, which makes this portrait an absolute career highlight for me and a total full circle moment. Let me explain. About 20 years ago, I worked on an Australian crime comedy film called Crooked Business. That's me, in the credits, spelled incorrectly. And that's me, 19 years old, on set with Anthony Brandon Wong.
Hello, I'm Anthony Brandon Wong. I'm an actor and an acting coach and teacher and a singer.
It took me 3 days to work up the courage to ask for that photo.
Look how young we look.
To be very honest. And that's because Anthony's in one of my favourite film franchises of all time.
In the Matrix universe, I play the character of Ghost, who's a Zen Buddhist assassin.
So there I am, a huge Matrix fan, working in the camera department of Crooked Business.
And I was playing a character called Peter Cho, who was a Chinatown villain and boss.
When we find them, we kill them.
I remember doing this great shootout scene, holding like these pistols and being like, it was a real kind of Pulp Fiction and...
Who the fuck are you?
I knew Anthony was on set for 3 days. Not because I'm some crazy Matrix-obsessed stalker, but because they give us call sheets. So day one, I brought my little point-and-shoot camera to set to try to get a photo with Ghost from The Matrix. And I remember approaching Anthony at lunch. But he was sitting at the table with the director, the other leading actors, and the DOP, so it felt a little unprofessional, and also I'm a huge wimp, so I chickened out. Well, day 2 came and went, and I chickened out again. Now it's day 3, and Anthony's in every scene we shoot, so there's not really a convenient moment to go up to him and ask for a photo. So it gets to the end of day 3, and I still haven't got a picture. I realize Anthony's in makeup for his very final scene of the entire movie. This is it. If I don't ask for a photo now, it's never going to happen. So I sheepishly knock and I go into the makeup room and everybody stops what they're doing and looks up at me. And I nervously introduce myself. I say something like, "Excuse me, Mr. Wong, my name's Tristan. I'm from the camera department and I'm a huge Matrix fan. I was wondering if I could trouble you for a quick photo." And there's a moment of silence, which felt like a lifetime. Then Anthony erupts with enthusiasm. He's like, "Yeah, of course." And he grabs my camera and he hands it to the makeup artist. He's like, "Here, take our photo." And he legitimately seemed as stoked as I was to be getting this photo. He throws his arm around me and we snap this picture. And, thinking back, it's honestly one of my fondest memories of working in film and TV. So I was keen to know if Anthony remembered any of this.
No. I feel terrible. I feel terrible. I'll tattoo your name on my forehead. Tristan, forever.
So it's not like I could have just called up Anthony and asked to shoot his portrait. Instead, our paths crossed again on my journey attempting to photograph Hugh Jackman by creating a portrait of each social connection between us. If you've been following along, you'll remember the first person I photographed was my high school classmate, author, and X-Men tattoo wearer, Maria Lewis.
I got my Gambit tattoo, so Wolverine meant a lot to me.
After photographing Maria, she introduced me to actor Kimie Tsukakoshi, who starred in Maria's short film, The House That Hungers.
I don't know if this is a spoiler, but it's in the title, so I guess not. It's about a house that eats people.
After photographing Kimie, she introduced me, or reintroduced me, to Anthony Brandon Wong.
I know the wonderful Kimie Tsukakoshi because we were both neighbours, TV neighbours, not on the show Neighbours, but on the show The Family Law.
Young love, so cute, only eyes for each other. Then you get old, bodies change shape, lose all desire, Can't talk without fighting.
She's very funny and warm-hearted and also kind and grounded, and just think the world of her. I think she's also been in my acting class once as well. Look at your scene partner's mouth. Look at your scene partner's face, their cheeks. I make it a premium to create a really nurturing environment for my students so that they don't feel attacked, or, you know, some people can go to classes and they feel so criticised. That's the antithesis of the kind of class I like to teach. So it's seeing them grow, seeing them find their voice, seeing them find their gravitas. It's so searingly painful. Seeing them tap into their vulnerability and their strength and their power and their sexuality and all the different aspects of themselves that are beautiful. I mean, I can't watch the TV anymore without seeing one of my students almost every 10 minutes, and it's a total delight to be in that position, to see them thriving in the industry and making their acting dreams come true. Well, before we got together today and had this fantastic shoot, we sat down and did a 1-hour Zoom session, and I shared with you many of the things that are important to me in my life. So for example, the fact that I love to transform as an actor. I want to always subvert stereotypes about who Asian people are. I talked about my queer activism. I talked about my love of food. And so we wanted to incorporate some of those different aspects into our photo shoot today. So what we did today is we did this very naughty shoot. I basically simulated urinating into the fuel tank of a Porsche.
Now, I don't own a Porsche, but I know someone who does. So I jumped in an Uber across Sydney to the first location of the day. Have a nice day. Mate, good morning. Good. Good to see you. Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's Brendan. He owns the Porsche. Anthony's about to violate.
If the front of the car's the driveway,
Yeah.
the petrol tank is here.
Yep. I think that's
It's
nice.
quite a good height. I filled it up on the weekend and I went, oh, Jesus, perfect height for food.
It's a bit chilly. How are you? And that's Charity, who helped us organise the Porsche Anthony is about to violate.
Oh, he's polished it up for you. Look how shiny it
I know.
looks.
Want it further over?
I think you're right. I feel like a slight angle this way. So kind of,
So the nose going that way?
so the nose a bit more to the left, yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. That'll give us, yeah, I think that feels good. Thank you.
Where will he be? Oh, you're just going to here.
Once the Porsche was positioned, I got my strobe set up and dialed in using Charity as a stand-in. Wonderful shot of Charity pretending to be you.
Oh
before.
my God, that's so
New LinkedIn
good.
profile picture, clearly.
Not only was Anthony on board with this ridiculous concept, but he also had the wonderful idea of adding a lit cigarette and an extra touch of danger to the act of peeing into the fuel tank, which is just the cherry on top.
Oh, God, I need a thing. I won't do that there.
That's kind of a bit scary.
Get that one.
Yeah, there you go.
And
I think right hand, because the right hand sells the illusion.
yeah, right hand here.
Yep. And then like left's kind of like taking drags of cigarettes. Like you can even hold the cigarette like a little bit out in front of you. Oh, the lean back is fun. Sometimes everything just comes together with a portrait. Brendan's wife, Nicole, she just like happened to walk through the background with the dog at the perfect moment to capture this image with Anthony. 3, 2, 1. It might be a little hard to see.
Oh my God, it's terrific.
But this is kind of this is like this is the general.
Look at that, the lighting and everything. It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right, now look even more like mischievous.
I just love that because it felt a bit gangster, and it also subverts the idea of the polite Asian person who's very well-mannered and doesn't, rock the boat.
And you like this side of the mouth, don't you?
Yeah, just so we can see it. quick lighting tweak. Yeah. The timid, like, yeah, you're looking around, making sure no one can see what you're doing. Yeah, your eye line sort of towards that window is quite nice. We get a really good look at your face. Yeah, hold that. Nice. This is fun. Awesome. I think we're good. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Interesting morning.
Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
And thanks for your help with this charity.
I'm very much known as being a gentle, kind soul, and I am. But I've also got this cheeky little rebellious side to me, so I got to act that out and not get arrested, which was really a bonus.
It's going to be really great for my acting workshops, you know. But let's go to him. Like, he looks really, like, trustworthy, responsible.
This is so ridiculous. This is so good.
There, shall we?
With the first concept in the can, we jumped in Anthony's car and headed back to my apartment to shoot the next two concepts in a makeshift studio setting.
Do you like me straight in the center, or?
Yeah, I love symmetry. So, right, I'm going to put you right in the center. So I'll need to tweak the height of that flag, but so like that's again, like, you know, position the flag a little bit lower just so we don't get that. And I might get some crinkle out. So there's this kind of framing, which is a bit more like the reference image that I shared. Or
I love that.
it's kind of fun when you see a bit of the
I love that.
and then seated kind of looks a bit like this.
Yeah. Oh, I love the standing. And that's so cool.
So yeah, so maybe we get a couple where like the whole backdrop is the flag.
Yeah.
And then we get a couple where we kind of reveal that you're actually in like a kitchen.
I love that. I love that. I think it's really cool.
The trope has been that gay men are not masculine, gay men don't play sports well, gay men aren't the action hero. You know, that's why Matrix was so great. I love being an action hero and reaching that demographic as a gay Asian man, because it really changes the idea of who a gay Asian man can play.
I think this is a very special shoot because we've collaborated, capturing really things that are really important to me. So I really appreciate this. I don't have, like, I've done other shoots, which have been fun too, but this I'm really getting to express, you know, things that are of importance to me.
Yeah.
How's that sitting? Is that sitting weirdly?
Let's have a look.
Turned it in out or something.
Just face me, please. Just put your hands kind of. Mind if I adjust your hoodie?
Please do.
Or your hood? I don't think it needs much. Now it's just we need to open it up a touch, just so we can recognize who's on your t-shirt. Take the tiniest step this way. Yeah. Stop. Just lean a little. Oh, yeah. There we go. Perfect. All right. And in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Yeah. Give me like a friendly smiley, Anthony. Nice. Let's go back to like stoic, looking at the camera, and then looking over my right shoulder, so just out the window again. Oh yeah, these are so good. It's love. It's got this just like this colourful, like surreal kind of quality.
I love that.
And you can tell you're clearly in like someone's
I
kitchen.
love that. It's so surreal having the flag just there. It's great. The only other idea I have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me just zoom out a touch. 3, 2, 1. It's pretty funny.
Fantastic.
Cool. All right, let's move on to the next.
Okay.
I think you can probably guess what our final concept is.
My major contribution to the Matrix universe was as the co-lead, along with Jada Pinkett Smith, in the Enter the Matrix video game. But Ghost also does appear in Matrix Reloaded, the second movie, and Matrix Revolutions, the third movie.
Jigs up, here they come.
Give me full power, full system.
Where they come, Turks? Every goddamn one. Go!
Ghost, you're the best gunner we have. Go with them. Morpheus, take his place.
So in the Enter the Matrix video game, we had to do a lot of motion capture and a lot of facial capture. We did 15 months of work on the game.
There are agents behind me.
There's no way out.
Here's one.
Go!
So the game is like being the lead in your own Matrix movie. It's just in animated form, but also live action form.
I could beat it out of you.
I like the sound of that too, but a kiss will too.
Ghost is somebody who's trying to practice onanism, which is a very fancy term for someone who doesn't wank.
When are we gonna find you a girlfriend?
Like Augustine, I'm dedicated to a higher purpose.
What's that?
Onanism.
Is that why so many saints are blind?
Celibacy's a hands-on job.
That's what makes it very hard for him, oh, no pun intended, to get involved with the love of his life, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, Trinity.
Thank you, Ghost.
Anytime.
With Ghost, I also had to lower my voice 1 octave. So I worked with an accent coach called Suzanne Celeste Brown to lower my voice down here. And I had to constantly remind myself on set not to go up to my normal Anthony voice, but to keep my Ghost voice.
You're an agent.
Oh, no, not anymore.
And what are you?
The Wachowskis always wanted me to be very emotionless, which was really difficult because I'm quite an emotional person and I react quite emotionally to things. And they wanted him to be so chill, you know, I'm about to die, I'm so chill about it, I'm about to get in an ambulance, I'm so chill about it, you know, they're about to kill us, I'm so chill about it.
3, 2, 1. Soften this ever so slightly. And I want you to do your best, like, just quiet, stoic, like relaxed face. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. That's so cool. These 2 images were honestly what I set out to capture. So I was ready to call it a day when Anthony started giving me some really fun and interesting poses. So I just kept shooting. These are fun. Yeah, just keep it so you can feel the light in one of your eyes. Oh yeah, set that. Nice. Oh, your hands, yeah, hands need to be a little bit, we're kind of at your shoulders in terms of the width. I'm happy.
Great. We've got lots of great choices there. Yeah, they're so good. Oh my God.
Awesome.
Thank you
Well,
so much.
If you had told 19-year-old me studying at film school that one day I'd be high-fiving Ghost from the Matrix after shooting a portrait of him peeing into a fuel tank of a Porsche, I would have asked for some of whatever you were smoking, because that's ridiculous. And honestly, this is still ridiculous. Having the opportunity and pleasure to photograph Anthony Brandon Wong has been an absolute career highlight. And if this portrait project ended here, I wouldn't even be mad, because this is incredible. But this isn't the end. Not even close. Because Anthony knows...
Yes, I do know Hugh Jackman. I met him in Los Angeles when I was living there. And he was just so lovely. And we both talked about our friend, our mutual friend, Dean Carey, who is one of the co-founders of Actor Centre Australia. And Dean trained Hugh in acting at Actor Centre Australia, and I think also at Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts, Whopper.
Could this be it? Could Anthony, my 3rd degree of separation to Hugh Jackman, actually introduce me to Hugh Jackman?
I don't know Hugh well enough to introduce you directly, but I think Dean might have a great chance to be able to contact Hugh on your behalf. So I think your chances are really strong.
As it turns out, I'm not the only Matrix fan in my apartment. So I couldn't resist asking Anthony for one final thing for my wife, Michelle.
Great, okay. Oh, there it is, reloaded. This is me signing. Who am I signing to? Is it Michelle? Okay, great. Oh, oh my God, someone, sorry.
This adds to...
Oh, shit. Oh, no. What do I do? I'm defacing your backdrop. I'm writing Anthony Brandon Wong over Carrie-Anne and Keanu and a bit of Lawrence and Michelle. How's that?
That's so good.
Good. That's cool. You're welcome.
Let's just sign my backdrop.
Yeah. Oh my God. I so did. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This is such
Thanks for being such a good sport.
Oh my God.
For giving up so much of your day.
Oh no, thank you for giving up so much of your day to do this.
No, this was so much fun.
I had so much fun too.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.